Johnny Stranger traveled a long way before he came to America, and the first thing he looked for when he landed was a friendly face. My name is Johnny Stranger, and I've come across the sea. If you've never seen an immigrant, just take a look at me. Now please don't think I'm ignorant, because you think I'm different, for you would have seemed the same to me had you come instead to my country. Soon I won't be an immigrant if I am very diligent, 'cause I mean to learn, and if I can, I'd like to be like you, an American. But everybody said you'll have to talk to Uncle Sam about that. Uncle Sam? Who's he? Oh, he's the feller with a stovepipe hat, candy-striped pants, and a sprinkling of stars all over. But where shall I find him? Asked Johnny. Oh, anywhere, most everywhere. And I'm the feller to take you there. It was a friendly locomotive just picking up steam. Come on, Johnny. All aboard! I'll help you find Uncle Sam. And off he went with Johnny, a-chugging away like all the railroads rolled into one. Clear the track with the click, click, clack. Come on, let's go, old B&O, Chesapeake and Ohio. Click your wheels, lift up your cowcatcher, Atchison, Topeka, and the Santa Fe. Catch a New York Central for it gets away. It's Northern, Southern, Central, Union, Pacific. Squeezing through a tunnel mighty slick and quick. Green lights are shouting, don't go slow. Red lights are screaming, hey, don't go slow. There, right in the middle of Texas, they saw this tall feller a-striding along, a-chuckling to himself and a-humming to himself. Hi-yi-ka-doodle yippee-yay. And was he big? He was as tall as a crowd of Abraham Lincolns, Davy Crockett's, Kit Carson's, Daniel Boone's, stretch single file up to the moon, way up. And he'll take right good care of you, too, said the locomotive, and he scooted away with a hi-yi-ka-doodle-yippee-yay. Well, son, says the big feller, what's your pleasure? Well, sir, Johnny had to blink his eyes 48 times before he could see all of this feller. And there, way up in the clouds, he saw the friendliest face he'd ever seen. Please, mister, I'm looking for a gentleman with a stovepipe hat, candy-striped pants, and a sprinkling of stars all over. Well, now, chuckled the big feller, we might just locate him if we look for him. And with that, he rolled up his sleeves, and Johnny could see he was dressed in working clothes. You mind giving me a hand first, son? Then the big feller picked up the old Rio Grande River and, twirling it around his head like a lasso, he bellered out a hi-yi-ka-doodle-yippee-yay. And herds of cattle came a-thundering from all over. So there, get to pasture. Hi! Johnny Stranger pitched right in, helping to round up the dogies, while the big feller was singing away. When a cowboy's in a roundup, first he gets his lasso wound up, then he stands up in his saddle and he hollers at the cattle, hi-yi-ka-doodle-yippee. make his cattle hurry. When he wants 'em to follow, all he does is just holler, Ki-yi-ka-doodle-yippee-yay. That's the way, Ki-yi-ka-doodle-yippee-yay. Meanwhile, the cattle kept rolling along, raising such a cloud of dust that the big feller began to sneeze. Mississippi! Oh, let me state that in some states, some towns have very sneezy names. Chillicothe, Tallahassee, Kokomo, Oshkosh, Kankakee, and Chattanooga, Wichita, Chew! Tuscaloosa and Cheyenne, Kenosha, Chicopee, all aboard and blow your nose and answer, God bless me. Well, after they got the cattle to pasture, Johnny Stranger said, "Do you suppose we could ask now?" "Why, sure," said the big feller, and he lifted his head and he bellered out, "Anybody around here seen a feller with a stovepipe hat, candy striped pants, and a sprinkling of stars all over?" And the Grand Canyon way up in Arizona echoed back, "No, don't know anybody but you, and you're good enough for me." Well, never mind, chuckled the big feller. Maybe he's somewhere else. "Come on, Johnny," said the big feller. "We got work to do." "Gotta do some plowing, gotta do some sowing, planting times are coming, wanna see the seeds a-sprouting. Scoop your hands into the black dirt, feel the warm and sparkling clean dirt. When you're farming, there's no harm in dirty hands. When you hear the bees a-humming, harvest times are coming, then you'll gather in barley, corn and wheat and alfalfa, tobacco, potatoes. You'll have plenty to show for those dirty hands, the hands that planted across them golden growing lands. And then the big feller spread his fingers to the earth, and he plowed out the straightest furrows you ever did see. And Johnny Stranger was right behind him, sprinkling the seeds. And Johnny could see the muscles rippling across the feller's back like the prairies rolling across Nebraska and Dakota and Kansas. And yep, Iowa too. And then the big feller picked up an axe a mile wide. He gripped it in his fist till the knuckles stood out like the Rockies and the Appalachians. And the two of them strode into the forests of Oregon, Washington, and California. And how those chips did commence to fly. Timber tall met axe so small, timber to the earth did fall. Chips fly, hit the sky, trees crash down from way up high. Sawmill fight, cut lumber right, chairs and tables stand upright, build a door, nail the floor, that's what trees are cut down for, timber. And then the big feller asked Johnny's question again. And the leaves whispered back, "Don't know anybody but you, and you're good enough for us." "Come on, Johnny," smiled the big feller, strapping onto his cap a miner's lamp as big as a lighthouse. "Maybe we can find him in the coal mines of West Virginia." "A mine's a hole where you dig down deep, come up with coal. Sparks fly high, steam climbs higher, takes a heap of coal to stoke the fire. Wheels don't roll unless you dig some coal. Machines won't turn unless there's coal to burn. If you want to build a village or a city or town, dig down deep 7 miles beneath the ground. Coal is sure a wonderful thing. Yep! And Johnny was right down there, digging coal as hard as he knew how. And the big feller had an approving smile on his face. Nope, he said. No sign of him here. Let's try the steel mills. Come on, Johnny. We got some cooking to do. Like hot butter on a griddle, you can see the steel a sizzle. When it melts, it flows like water. It's a flaming sight. You ought to see the hammer smashing, banging, anvils crashing and a clanging. Sparks and fire and iron all a churning. Boy, gets the steel to start in turning into bridges, locomotives, and railroad tracks. Knives and nails and hammers, even carpet tacks. Where? Right over there in Cleveland, Youngstown, Ohio, and also Pittsburgh, which I know is in Pennsylvania. Woo! Kinda hot in here. And the big feller wiped away 5 bulging drops shining on his forehead. Lake Ontario, Superior, Erie, Michigan, and there goes Lake Huron, the 5 Great Lakes. And Johnny worked so hard that by the time he got to looking around, the whistle blew. Yep, quitting time all right, grinned the big feller. Come on, Johnny, let's go. So they walked along, the big feller a-whistling, and Johnny a-thinking. I guess I'll never find him, said Johnny. I'm just an immigrant, that's all. Well, say, said the big feller, what's wrong with that? In 1492 I was an immigrant too, for I also came to see just how free a man could be in this land across the rolling sea. Then in 1776 there came a man called Washington by name, who said to me, this land is free, gave me a paper on which the words did say, I'm the United States of America. Well, Johnny, smiled the big feller, meet your old Uncle Sam. Johnny looked, and, oh my golly, there were 48 stars dancing in his eyes. But where's your stovepipe hat and your candy-striped pants and, oh, shucks, I only wear that outfit on the 4th of July. I'm a working man the rest of the time. I couldn't tell you before because I wanted to see how you'd work out first. And, Johnny, you're just the feller I've been looking for. Well, were you looking for me, too? Said Johnny. Well, sure, said Uncle Sam. I can always use a feller like you. Well, guess you can use the family name now. Howdy, Johnny American. Howdy.